What were the highest historical tax brackets? Have you ever wondered how tax rates have changed over the years? Let's take a look at the highest historical tax brackets and what they mean for you today. The highest federal income tax bracket in the United States peaked at an astonishing 94% during the mid-19 for zeros, specifically in 1944 and 1945. This top rate applied to incomes above a threshold that seems low by today's standards, around $100,000. Adjusted for inflation, that amount would be roughly equivalent to about $2 million today. This exceptionally high tax rate was largely a response to the financial demands of World War II. Before this peak, the top tax rate had steadily increased from 7% in 1913 to 63% by 1932 during the Great Depression. As the war effort intensified, the rates climbed into the 70s and 80% range in the early 1940s. After World War II, the top tax rate remained high throughout the 1950s, often hovering around 90%, especially during the Korean War. In 1964, tax reforms reduced the top rate to 70% for incomes over $100,000. This rate stayed relatively stable until the early 1980s when significant tax cuts were introduced. The top rate dropped to 50% in 1981 and further down to 28% by 1988. This was part of a broader tax reform aimed at simplifying the tax code and expanding the tax base. Since the late 1980s, the top federal income tax rate has generally been much lower. It rose to about 39.6% during the 1990s and early 2000s, with some additional surtaxes raising the effective top rate slightly higher in recent years. The current top rate has not exceeded 39.6% since 1986, although additional taxes like the Affordable Care Act surtax have pushed the highest effective rates to around 43%. Understanding these historical tax brackets can be beneficial for practical financial planning and budgeting. It provides context for how tax policies have shifted over time in response to economic conditions, wars, and political priorities. For individuals looking to maximize their income, recognizing that top tax rates have varied widely, and that current rates are historically moderate, can inform strategies such as tax withholding optimization, investment planning, and income timing to manage tax liabilities effectively.